awi adam ase samo twan yen yakọ aba ebera so se edi nkomo na wiemu aye nyu papa traffic wo krom rough enya semukum akra na so ye be den abedwafo be kam senti ebedi nkomo na asa na no ene eye me wo fase bi ewura bi eye na woda eye akofa sweetness we nurse ni ewo ogbojo polyclinic ene ewa woda akofa sweetness happy birthday ifri wadamfo adepa eho so my happy birthday na eno na enanope nso oba tampa Francis Esiam baby a wo bia anti abena anope me mo wache pa me se bibi ekoso boko very good morning to you hu na me hu wache na me hu long time ache pa ewe ena ye ne ye namusifo ewo nkran ha me ahodo bebrebe din komo kakra hwe sede nso no ato no se na nemasi etie na ye bedi hu nkomo na se na medi kankan no abedwafo ekrado ha ene nonyamfo Daniel ni kwatay Titus Glover enkane tema west tema east ona na emra shebedwani na so afa be de sure of share ahyenka honsam so enkane ono ewo menchen ewo ha na fe yaw asanita no ono ye national organizer adema LPG amayoko no akpalo party no wono na ye national organizer de ma omo wono so o menchen wa ye hwe kwan se NPC Bernard enso eba ka yensa na ansa mama mo akwa aba no yen kwa ne ne Jacob Kobi eni nkomo kakra ewo bebi awowo eni dia wo hu Jacob machi
meji so Jacob Brown
Jacob when for na wo eden na ekoso nsuo no ne traffic yo na me bisa sai for na wo na nsuo na eto ye no ne ma ekosen wo ho
yo mino ka se de ena na pe me sha pabona efi Kaswa Millennium City. Now, Obepimo Millennium City, outside Nidia, estate Dudana, or City, now, if you estate Nati, now, all call Miamu Pro, more developed now, and yet at them Kitwa. And just one of my cities, or more than Ewo Hawk Academy, no, when you can say, Enana pay, Dudana Academy, almost me MP Abonting. Now, also Monsua, yeah, Omakika Monsuno. How tonight in so quiet, or my feeling or my sisters, they are dying. If you better put some, you know, a tramway, a young for my east, assembly no echo tree, a dime Dudwana, Esugue, and so, Esu, Almona, Senabaya, and Sonuto, Albania, the quiet, Alpha, more apple. Better Busum Bakoni, a tree, one of Mubu, more die, find the Bunino, Dudana, Tatia, HCC, Adani Bima, Omasati, a Putin, no Kikaho. Now, I want to minister, if you Gata, a new one, which was a way I can't find. Yes, Gata to home, you show to a covet, you know, home, you show them for Mukono. When you look at it, some covet many more, of the other four pushes to a home, or the village, or today. Now, so Yamita, they said a book pushes near half, and I show them the choir. Echo. Now, so do na Uncle, I keep it. You are Rihanna Passorantino, you shouldn't quite a regular amount for a demo. Hopefully, a year, Millennium City, every team work as well with the room. Yeah, you're from home, a year. Borderless, no air school. Now, so it's how much more in our and I are almost pro or homo. A honor, so no, and so far, 100 years. I'll do one now, or my failure, or my sister, or more than idea. Now, I wish some woman say, in soon after now, a whole year, so I'm up for Emma and yes, I am swimming at the back school. Now, I'm a good new boss and I teach a phono, up on Monday, up on Sunday, no more for the try in Sulu. Tana Air Force or Air Castle with the yard. Now, we hopefully also know do a need a tobuta and in Sulu, you know, a hanging yama, a high yama, and ya Assam Katua. Let's say a choir echo one of them a car, let's say, Ako Winibano. Now, you know, almost messing quite Winiba, a choir we used to know. The Ofi Casa, let's say, Accra, or Lucy, same road, is that say, Casua, you know, almost Casa, let's say, Accra, no, or more final. Now, a secret car ember. And run almost for modern, very for modern, if you did by every year, or sending you know, if you find no more, say, and Cacasso, Mufi Caswano, almost me and your choir, Abbey. akọ nkran nanso no eduma na mo ye nyina no akwati bebi a omo yi dọte no omo afa kogu bebi a se bebi a nsuo no toki soro ho mo esani ba fom no ho pepepepepe eno mu da dọte no mo yi fi kwa ne mo no omo di gu ye
Jacob
azu dọte no back aba bebu kwa no nso bi be kasa enu a eduma na mpenifo no be ye no somo amba frank ye enso mi no kasa eduma mu fo omo wo emante mu ham no boys omo wo ha na omo gina kwa ni mo di sofi eno mo di yi ekwa ni mebi kitwe bi ekwa no so no mienu we ahako ba etan say ekwa na si na emrante de yi bebi kitwa no one lay pe na wa ha ba ka we ko ba ko na we akoba ko we ko ba ko na we akoba ko Africa chemu wa ha do
enya sanketwa Jacob
ya tetegu when sabem ko bebi adam no wona kasankasa ohontu na so after there nkrofo wo inside omo we ja ho ne de me ne ka say de omo hia enad mo posisi ani me nim ya no ma be yo mo fisi no me say abuba na sim nyina eyiri abuba na sim nyina yi wono mo ho nyina akadem a me ne ka say enya atem kuma
Jacob o kasa na mpesa me ba mu kakra me hu ba bi a ai say won hyehyehye pillars ni sisi ho ana nso no ayiri fa ho ye gota na no mo ye na pillar ni sisi wo na se no obi si dan ho
we no ka say be pillars ni sisi e wo nsuo ni mu no omo ye nsuo kwan ebi wo cha video ni ye kwa o tumi o say covid ani be bia o hyehyɛ ho mo a ho kyerɛ say ho ye nsuo kwan ye aka efa sa kwan no so na mmom no obi beti dan wo ho na pambe ni be gugu ye o be gugu sa dan ni nyina efiri ho be se busum de no etwom ko na so busum wa ba ko edi enim ebe ya no enipa na sa se si dan ni biu eno na ama flood no abaka so millennial city ho mo no
just say utumu say baby a covet no wa ese say nso no fam ko no na me baby a covet no wa say nso no fam ko no ehwo no bi ekosi dan akasa pa
mpatai gata na nsuo efem bukono obi si ho ye na safi iti ni menu ka se wa deputies wa tipile te sisi ho na wa fili na mo machine abesisi so ama aye dedende na nsuo na eto enra no ho de no so iti agwugwu putis no dodo ale de ko na so na fa no so de da so wo ho
Jacob ya dase koso ate na ho na hwehwe ne mamu na ye ntoa so ye nua Jacob ku bi ne ate ne ka fi ye kaso ne potamu ye nko na Unisco aku enso ewo ahoma no so Unis machi Unis machi mayu ami say ye nua ba Unisco aku na homa no ateko na Jacob video ya o me ye hwe yi otumu say gota na yenka ne sa enkuru amienu ai se nso do famu ko no ekwan ni mu eno dipa da se ni esi dan it's very very sad. Margaret Oduma Samakano was extremely sad pa na yensa ka Eunice wa no so say yensa enka no a na okay Eunice kwa kumachi
hello
yeah Eunice ati saying hello Eunice hello Eunice Otemenka Eunice Kwaku, good morning.
Hello.
Eunice Otemenka.
Hello, Pastor Mentonka, Mentonka pa.
I hear for now what you home for the today.
Okay, this here Mr. Circle. Odona for site. Odona market for the same market for CCR. Na sa wo be pie mu e wo Circle Odona. Market mention one who say I get that market here. No elected to Odono. Na sa data na ya no market for no e wo data mention no. Data no ebu. Ntinsione toye no ewura market ni mu ema wo niama wo wo ha nyina de chefe ya werefo niama ni nyina afei chefe se ne data ni eti ebuye ni ntinsione no eba no pressure na e de bae no na chefe pressure no efa market no ntinsione no ewura market ni mu sisi ame na wo kasa de odo na market ha wo mu nyama nyina afai aman dodo na wo mu tregago wo mu tuye pa e fa so wo bi kra ka fe ne nyama na endra e na kokko fa na woni pa fe enka nso yi ebeto a ana se nka gata yi ebebu a enka sese wo de ne nyama ko fie sanse na wo mu ni da to nyina ne se dani da nyina nso no eto a sese eba market ni mu na nso gata na ye mo a ye de ade no etwemu sese wo ni twemu ni ntu na wo mu we ni da so kese pa se nso na ti de eto anya de bewura market no mu na nso no sese gata ne di wo mo hwamo gata ne bu ama nso ni toye no awura market mu afa wo mo niama nyina fa na me no kata de wo don na market wo mu supa ni titiru ene man
na gata na gata ya ye ka no ene wo no wo mu ye wo no se so de bepim na ntumi atwam anko market ho ana se wo mu ye ede fansuo no bridge no ho se de be na se bia gata no ho se na be ya enso no tumi entre nko ho ana obetumi atwa ho foni ni a kire yen
wo no de se ne wo no no so wo mu ye editi gata no se ne be ya nso to a entimi mbora market no emu so wo ye wo no se nka wo mu de protect ensio na na ko mu de protect market women na wo mu wo odo market no na so sisi ane de enze wo no unhu peye no wo mwanye ni yio pede yen de wo bi ntime nkyere sisi amekasa de wo ne bu ama wo mu niam wa ha nyina asai into wo no de nka wo mu ye ni titru se wo mu de bebo wo mu ho ban market wo no ho ban se ne be ya nsio ne to a emfa data kese ni mu emma market no emu na sisi ade nsio ne to ye no ebu ama na ba market no emu
Eunice medase na no pay edase pa yeni aba Eunice kwaku na ode we fi odo na market wo Kwame Nkrumah circle no na ya na musifo se de bedi kanka no omo me ahodo bebre nti e de hwa ma na ebobaba ye be ma mo ahu se na traffic situation so esitie se na traffic na no si e hyefa no ye betwa bi live omo matumi ahu ni gina nti se wo hwe na ade na akokọ ekuro no en hye de hia bebre a akametu se man kamen pie kura tinafie esa se na traffic na abo apeso no enya sam keto akora nti as time goes on no ye the live feed bebremo na mahu say the traffic situation is tie okay ana yenko yenhwe wo hwe ye ha ya wo de ya beka junction ya na ye ka ho asem yi traffic a ewo hanom no enye asem kuma kura eti wo na efiri achimota eba no ka abo apeso saa enya sam keto enti se wo obi a wo free pokuase ho no mo eba na se wonim se dia wo ba be ye ne nche danya dia hu hia bebre a anka tenafie esa se traffic no agba peso papa nya se nkuma we eya beka junction ha ya ena ye nim ha ya ena ye hwe ya otum se cars na agba peso papa enya se nkuma enti bre koso no ye betwa mfoni ni no ama matumi ahwe ni nyina na se so to aso bebre ya ahwe ya kwaku frimpon o de asembeba ya machi
ya me joso
dibi aboko
ene Nsroma
de hwase minia na tire
na de moyi
mi hu wat di mre ebe na se mama no pa mi ofi amehwew
se ya branda bia na 2 years squad de
yo
ya ba ni ye
mo ba ne meremam
yo
sa neti
nti also ye hu ache
mi hyeho
de nyame ase ye hu
yo anuanen
se buza fu ye de
awia na adom ye hu ye na obi a taxi se ni kan kire o se won tare no nuane me nti opanga opamapang na bi na misumi nya ba
na nipa ya se ba ka fa ba yi ye wo kenzi ya kan
on fam
ma ya se afini ya kan nti waka
ma o de baba we da se honorable enfoni a ye hwe ye kaso ade kakra na odo na de kakra na ma ye hwe ni sei kaso ade ba ko bia mehu a me yam hye be kakra ene se gata ni nie ana obi se ahore yan asase enti wasi dan pipilesa why futina ya wo plans bi
Rami da se mami chia wa hwefo nyina amu ehwe ya no pay e wo mu fidi so na me chia menua madamfo me de ba ko pe ya wo asanita no mene ne bo busia e wo sehwi ne enje na wankasa
medase
a wabetra dwom e de amayen ye bedi adwuma kase sei anso no krakra kofare bae menua pening ose kwame and I'm senior Ernest for it support. Senior, I greet you well. And na me busa phobia me hu ma che for so many months a few crano na campaign ti me hu 1 year. And I'm called side 19. Me nua bia nako. O mama nako. O hweyin. He's a fan of United Television.
Oh, okay.
Mekaija waja bibia na TV so.
Nako, good morning. Idina boy na mama ka bibi ntina.
Dangudin na ne mama ne ne aunt. The cousin Yvette and I had birthday.
Okay.
And me go to musa. And belated. Na ansa na meyi assembly ano no. There's a very serious matter. Wo ka kaswa English amanfro kwano so wono. Honorable Mrekuduka wa take action bi pa. Mabona baso.
Okay.
Efa Botiano Hills, Weja Hills. Yaw. Sa ho ni nyina earthquake zone. Ye mo frani nya de bia sa ne ye ka kire ye. Na odekokwa ma won. Wa ka kire assembly for no say ma ye nye any human activity bia e wo people no so wo. Wona nkra won sa de no edwiri
ba.
Say ebridi no bi. Edwiri edi ba. Na statement bi o kan ye Ambassador Mindi Ashefo a share kakra. Mrekuduka stress the ministry would not sit aloof and allow any disaster to occur in the area for government to be held responsible. Or say, we are going to pull down these buildings because we will not allow another apiati to happen in this area, he stressed. We will not sit down for another apiati to happen here. Meanwhile, Lands Commission, Minerals Commission, Environmental Protection Agency, and my permit be license be and these people are operating on these hills. Now, BBC, you can be held responsible. And it's our initiative now what taken. In fact, to the extent that Wama quarry warning, you arrested some of the workers in the war. And I'm happy about it. Said yeah, we're moving in to save the situation. No, for me, I'm enthused about it. I'm a baby abedi ding ediamaye. And the honorable, Meda wasipa.
Anya one mechanism.
9
day wonder.
Or say, police for no any operations once a while. No, or call rounds because why need the minister? I said here of the assembly. Show
assembly.
Almost said here no. Ga south. Any ga west assembly no. Almost said here no. Said debut no money ever call. Ama ya hwe ama bibia akoso e de amaye. Now for the past 2 months, Eastern Corridor no matwakwa no so about 4 times.
Okay.
Year campaign 4 times. Na send ya kwa no so ese ye no. Me ne agi papa. Asekuma junction to have sa kwa no. Ayedi asphalt egu ho e de accord. Me ne agi. Na and this for say ye gi to ye gi ska bebre ye hu ne ye di ska no ye do. This is a baby and this for adwuma was omo ye. But they refused to do it for 8 years. And then na se kwano na se ya mania so yi papa and the mampenia kufado and the minister for roads me senior kucha makwata me don ma se maka we wie no and then so na eto no anu ehye ye pa na last week we hwede the course work condition edwom ho no na eho nyina aye ma ekopamprom ho nyina no a wo bisa ye hu say what is the problem is it engineering design and I said a year collaboration between the assembly, the Ministry of Works and Housing, the Ministry of Finance, because ni kwa no yeriska ene ye de beyo and there was a finance ebongodia there was ye bia the etumi sade yeso ano ye AESC Agricultural Engineering Services Commission fantastic engineers wow for all this while aden na sem we de bia eba what is happening what is happening Because this was Professor Mills' time. French are buying at $11 million. Say the Beshe drains, big drains. I walk more. I didn't go see it. Last year, so last 2 years, we would do Accra Academy. First light hono. Yansu ya buying Yesha Bibiasi ewo. Enra na me another station. I think Adum FM, Adum TV. Yes, ye. What is holding them on? And was yet to be a Jumayin Tam said, "Dia, a flooding, any destruction of life and property, ya, echosi, you bet me a year free ho. You bet me a year a free ho. Contractor, no, so why a Juma no resident certificate? The sick be a one, young farmer, no, to go to Tam. Yen to me and Swano. The Emma or how near when they are, ye can that me a Swano. Maybe Adum FM. Or say not condition. Cocoa, or say cocoa flats. The chihon, mammy, or say or roof not the sorrow. Or general roof not the sorrow. And the or sre say ye made you way. Or sre say ye made you way. Now ye can win no cabre. It may for your sweat today. She say will be air can say. Na sase and we go sit down asema wo kan ye no wo si na sase wo ho and we go see asase no edisi. What are the scheme in these areas? So be sorry no go sit down here. Permit now this sign or this see a dino or the aqua assembly ho. Because assembly no was scheme no the special planning na wo ho nyina no. Say assistant no for town and country planning to physical and special planning. And no be edwuma no. Scheme na ya draw what was that area ho no. Did it conform to the design of the assembly nana? Because assembly no be anso no eda, baby a kwanda, baby a school besie, baby a BC hospital. Ya ye bibia e de ato akwemo. Enso wo koto asase e wo bi ho. Na se wo the scheme first thing was so bisa wo say. As asase na me koto no, what is the scheme in that area? And yes sir, wo koto asase no, wo koto asase egunsuo mu. Ama wo si udanya, na wo sika nyina. Say. So for the gentleman now, ye Oma report and Oma report and say, or you need assassinate the dia. And you are see why you footing, why you concrete, and then so if we near diako. Nesika na say because he did not do due diligence. When you actually ye enko bisem as assassinate ye toma me no. Baby a one and so far one and say wow. That is the first problem. I mean who say abano so. Na ye kan we no and now we share new statement Minister for Works and Housing Ora Asensu Bwachi or say government to inject $200 million to tackle perennial flooding. Na bibia ye do no enya kasaka bibia ye do say now we share story now why you know. Or see for the past 5 years, Abaya is spending 450 million Ghana cedis to address flooding in the country. The Dabana say. Says yes, here before you say, who can say Nanas Canaba? Now you did Jumano. So only says coming here ready. Don't come and talk about it. And become what's up. Because who can say no? More how no I didn't account no. They seem not to be happy. Say me in Kasakra. Walk arounds, what assess the situation no bibia. What she won't cry. But say baby ye do no. I was saying who says canon. Ewo. Ah contractors no ya PPA procurement process ni ya award contract no or supanso e ye na dwuma. But ye best so I was say share them before even a race sets in. Na ye be hu say wo minister no adwuma na wo ye no. Ah president adwuma na hye wo sam no. Timemfo no ehu anamona woto. Asa oba ka say I spending $200 million to deal. You are not communicating.
Me
you are not communicating.
Sika ye say wo mu no me ma statistics ki tuwa bi. In 2010 or say dredging committee for Chemu Lagoon. Na improving project no improving drainage system of the Chemu.
Which of the Chemu te wan ankran?
Ankran Chemu. $2 million. 2012 improving drainage system of the Odo River and also 1.2 million. 2013, improving the drainage system in Accra to control the perennial flooding and sanitation challenges in the city. And now 595 million. 15, a relief and repair effort following flooding with an associated fire killed about 200 people in the commercial hub of Accra. And no sika edi koom na na Ghana ban sika. Sika edi koom no 12 million. 2015-16 hona.
Cedis and dollars.
Dollars. 2015-2016 hona. I say dredge the Odo drain and Kole Lagoon to solve the perennial flooding in Accra in order to save life and properties, and also $10 million. And then
$10 million.
2019, and also okay, Mamisha said 2019. Mamisha said 2019, phase 1, and no mitigating the flood risk for 10% annual exceedance probability flood in the Odo River Basin. And no 200 million. And a Dutch are buying and a World Bank and a Adekye. Phase 2, expanded flood mitigation drainage improvement to additional priority basins such as Lafa, Sakumono, Beshi, and Densu, and also a 300 million. And also Dutch are buying and a World Bank. 2019 Kronwa phase 3. Scaling up the project to the remaining priority basins of the Greater Accra region to mitigate flood risk in the entire Greater Accra region, and also $400 million. I think it's cedis. 400 million cedis. And to look at the amount of money, drainage from 2010. Just say, make calculating the amount of money you see, drainage, na still, and so you see, na you drainage.
Data now were provided from 2012, 2013, 2015, 2016,
2010,
2010, 2019, until recently, was it
2019?
Your baby say, what is the end results? Sika yedia kwehemu nyina no e de ni free mova because say ye titim de bia ne ye titim wutitim usisa kwa ahwane nyina no asagogu ade no mu people no so wo ye so ho no inso no nyina na eto ni nyina no e ba fom nyina e be sikofa bakanum odonum kolem no nyina e de kopunum when you look at the contribution of human factor yenti memufo ye subanya ye di tie kromo a kwabani sorry na o sa hwia na bola ni bibia no sa de gogum ntaban bi adwuma no ye na work zero. The responsibility is on every assembly, and no na me come brother assembly. Henry Cote cannot be everywhere in this region, and you know mampeni 18 na msifo e wo MMDCs in every district and every assembly. Se hwe adwuma na ye no mo engineers adwuma be no mo ye tax force adwuma be no mo ye omo titifie omo ti omo office and the mo twa regional minister no ama wa sorry ama go abeji adwuma no wa yo ana and it was sky would you look at the investment from previous government all to now say ye be di ade akire ni ye hwe kwa be fa so a ye be solve problem we I'm hurt say me na mesi me dan akosi ya na nsu ato e de kodi say I'll be hurt and the adansie no and therefore nasa assemblies no are inactive omo na montuo na omo to no enhye da nya papa aso de da omo so enti dia owura asensu bwachi ka kire no say o say 200 million in the Greater Accra Resilient Integrated Development Project. Got it. Ah, you better say wo. And na be catch and say, "Mr. Noara. Mr. Nopa. Procurement process biara was here. Near my contractors no eshate adwuma no. This should have been started way back before the rainy season. So be sure ye titi got enu mu a. Ye sure say before the rainy season because ye nim say at this month from May na say nsuo no you can't even determine when the rain is even falling rain pattern na sesa May June July na nchela ntop papa and you start to titi got them ache ansa na nsuo no to a na nyina edeko share report na what mami sister in my odona adwuma ne send a year no how was this job done engineer bend on supervise adwuma we the mixture of the concrete and the stuff nyama ediko no send your year no who supervised the work that was done and esika ediko show na asai obi akofa ne japade kakra obeton anso beton e de bi asai mo yes na mo aban no e yon popular you make the work of government and young communicators you be travel so e just demand say be different day. Some of these things we shouldn't tolerate it. And did the media kakama can say and so na toni de be a boy akoko Usha president go for time odo got e on no be ye na first no pan so to na odo tajere ha circle who call circle aveno na very terrible a president go for be yes a big drain no nyina e dia ko and then by the grace of God wo hwe se na me brother eyi sa bogbojifo yi efiri ho no e de mu ko bebi ani omako yi e ne sase ne da ho na wo hwe human activity nyama ye e wo gu sasa no so a obanyini e dey ndi bi de kakra be kan say me hwe me brother the regional minister na me hwe de den asensusu me hwe de den na me kan che say bi be yedu no nye kasa it's not about talking it's actions
me da say ya kan no na obi see year 10 million for dredge massa I share from 2010 up to 2019 no yeah there about 1.56 billion
what calculation are you
the only thing I say be na cities
cities
where we have to be very careful
but in okay can you boma it's a 1.6 billion
yes
yeah ansana ya bebe mu no wo sakumo no din
sakumo no I
Ramsar site
yes
sisi no esi
ayama
sisi nso ta ya bebe makaka but sisi nso no entumi nko esi
amafo esi
and there was ye dredge ankasa ye dredge pa fidi bakana no bebia nso
no
ani bakana hia no e was ye timu nyina e de koto was klagon asai encroachment abem e was ye timu nyina enya fresh sea and lagoon water no to bring back the aqua life of Nsroma.
I remember in 1990 yeah FIFA occupancy akotena Sakumo estate that was 1989 na oko Sakumo no u fix Sakumo na ufa village na oko village ufa village ona akotema eno mahuduo bebre nso ne nyina ayira ya we asa me abasi ya na bibi ya yeme assembly no hwe de story back na ye no assembly di kan ko bubu dan no ana odi pa na san ababesi sa asase ne dia enti individual na assembly no why na wotumi two sesika bebrebe ya yese ye wo de yafa na say ye Ghana cedis impo 1.5 billion Ghana cedis na yese ye de dredge ya yefa na ye dredge ye e na fi mu aba enti assembly ni tumi omowo ene ankorakora so tumi o se me na mato asase ntimi mupo mesi me dan no ene eno ne yehwe ya
medasi aja ye share ache na menchia ahwefo nyina honorable Daniel Nikwate Titus Glover the incoming national organizer for the New Patriotic Party
okay
mechia na obo homodin wakwa pro ntimi ye sure say delegates ebe ono say for NJ for brosa for amada roma amotobe ma honorable nzema for honorable Waniala lawyer Justin Kodria also of bar for the general secretary and I have no doubt say delegates ebe onano na all the executives now obi can say they have floodery us
Abilile honorable Abilile
na system no mu enda ho fine na party no enye attractive beam machia agbesise gbefia wa belempe na machia Dr. Kufu Dampare Chief, I may say, oh, by me mesrao, me have a book appointment, no besrao. It is very, very critical. We come from the same family, the Wusa family. Until me have a chia. Now, machia, the last person, Commander Asari. I don't know where he is now.
Asari war.
President. Many baby I didn't go to see.
No, my
very
no,
honest
TikTok. TikTok.
No, yeah, well, okay, time also West Wagon. Shooting, no, by
Eastly gone.
Eastly gone. On a bisa and say, were you informed as a regional commander? So he wasn't. You know,
I'm so
I don't know where he is now. I'll go and look for him. It's been a very, very long time. I know, sir, Dr. Kufu Dampare, Papa Dinashe, because when it comes to CID matters, and can the SU on crying or can be a
get them.
Yes, offer.
Minia.
As some would be able to grade. Now, me if you say Chimota Forest, no, you better do first and but this is equally important. Flooding. Before I make an man can be entry. Or money you will be planning, policies, everything. A car commitment to implement and taking away corruption from our system. And no na edi a flooding no cause sa. Mikura sa New Ghana. 4th March 1959.
Wow.
Na Kokuba Kone Papa. And the publishes are New Ghana.
Who the titipa?
Na Ubeshano, my making can be bit tau. Na Eba Kwame Nkrumah second from Ring Road or more planning be I don't know because 60s in 50s in na flood. So measures were taken. Say underground tunnels. Akese pa ye beye wo if it say asylum down whereby ebi wo ho but in na see even the engineers in Ghana most of them don't know exactly where the underground tunnels are until my men can wait tell or say under a new town planning scheme focal points in Accra are to be brightened. Development works is in progress on a 25-acre land around the Kwame Nkrumah circle on the Ring Road. The government is to spend £150,000 on the project. The greater part of the work is expected to be completed at the same time as the Dua Way, now under construction, on the Ring Road, which the Queen is expected to use during her commercial drive through Accra late this year. No, about that, very important to me. Was it apart from improvement to the present garden layout around the Kwame Nkrumah Circle fountain, a double circle of mahogany trees are to be planted in the open space a few yards from the circle. 2 football fields, one on the Ring Road West and the other near the Lido, are to be provided. A children's playground with first-class equipment is to be built along Kwame Nkrumah Avenue. The 25 acres are to be planted with shrubs, flowers, and different species of ornamental plants. Ajakwabra, YBC who said this beautiful idea, now it was in the offing, it was in the process. And as we speak, there were 2 stadia. It was a Ring Road, left and right. With these trees that would have been planted, a bit be. Now, friends, no point you man as a traffic room to make a travel now. What you do?
And cannot accent.
Say the end of Pepe. Your friend is saying. And now ya je a ho nyina yesisi ho edan nyina afa ho a edan na yesi no enye edan bi asombu bi most of them are you better say your friend is saying
not dan
there be enye not dan search squatters and na edan na yesisi no the reason tia na omo this planning was the fact na a ho flooding until there was the need to ensure say nria ebedua ho na fese anka ye football field there let's just say anka there will be enough drains to as it were underground that in Nsroma. Ajakwabra, from Kokompe Junction to Epuimu Haya, I fast if Kokompe Junction, I will be tremor Afa Kaneshi, Kwanya to the Odor Gata can see what is the distance? In Suyotua at this time as a say Kaneshi flooded. I would have thought said there would have been one of the biggest underground tunnels from that area, Kokompe, no. It's just a short distance. About 1.6 billion a year. Every day, every year, every administration, Omokano. Where is the money? nsuo to still Accra flood. And now you want it FM I discussing. And not more official I can say. The underground tunnels, some of them have been identified. But when you go and inside them, they are choked with deep freezers and other materials. I am nsuo no enko. Why is it so? Now Honorable DBB about saying 200 million. Honorable is just talk. This time it's cheap. Look, Garrick or more this is Works and Housing Digest. Share page 56. Or say, in June 2017, the Greater Accra Resilient and Integrated Development Garrick project was launched by the World Bank with the support of the Ministry of Works and Housing, Ministry of Sanitation and Water Resources, Ministry of Inner City and Zongo Development, and the Ministry of Local Government and Rural Development, as well as the Metropolitan, Municipal and District Assemblies in the Greater Accra region. With the project, which is categorized into 4 broad components, seeks to increase flood safety and improve living conditions, specifically among the low-income communities in the high flood prone areas of the Greater Accra region. So 200 million now can since 2017. Under the project, the Ministry of Works and Housing will be responsible for the implementation of Component 1 of the project, which involves deferred dredging and urgent repairs, development of detention pond. Okay, say, omo ye did this say, in soon the fish ro hoba no. Ombe detention ponds ahoro. As in soon the bar a bear retaining omo. Not later on, it will be spilled out gradually without so as to ensure say flood her. But see what happened. Almost say that's the dredging repairs, development of detention ponds, among others, to achieve 1.50-year flood safety and reduce vulnerability of flooding in priority low-income communities such as Nima, Alajo, Akwetema, and Agboglushin, all in Accra. The financial commitment for the Garrick project, which is in the sum of 200 million, from 2017 and launch year, 200 million, they are still talking about it here. You see the deception? And that populist approach of making people believe that they can deliver. There's nothing they will do. What even has scared me more is the speech Nanado gave, or outside the country. I don't know where he gave that speech, but I'll find out to confirm. And I have it on my phone. I think he was speaking in America or somewhere. I all can say, we must change our attitude. The attitude change na now throwing when it is raining, our quest to dump our refuse in the and until flood ban into on one say taxpayers' money to construct any drainer, be continuously that is when I saw that there's a danger and our leaders are clueless. I don't think we are all human beings and yes be correcting. Implementations of certain projects are done because human beings cannot change overnight. And for that matter, you must have a solution to the who identify say attitudinal change in your problem. You must have a solution to it. Time moment penko for all year sa drainage fee esro ala johwa abesi odunmu. Sanka samre no. Ene yenya adwin say my yenya underground tunnel prepon from that point to the sea. And by now we will not be talking about people dumping refuse in it. If you have not taught so be underground tunnels, knowing say consistently every year, flood is killing us. Now you have no plan of constructing underground tunnels. Now be catch say because we are not changing, we are throwing refuse into the gutters. No, why won't we throw refuse into the gutters? Because they are open. Yama obi contrast on gutter no set any. You understand? So this is what must change. And if he wants any attitude to be changed, it is their attitude of stealing and corruption in the system that whenever monies are given, grant, loans for a particular project, no much ready. You don't see where the money will go to at the end of the day. We'll be talking about it year on. Papa Kosindo, so back here. Or say abazi na called me fighting them into me. There be a moment in there. Eastern Corridor, every state of the nation address, Eastern Corridor, also Eastern Corridor. This is what we are doing to ourselves. The leaders must confess without any fear that they are thieves. The people who are leading us. Tete no na nka wo school ya. Wo wie na wa bebua wo man. And then when they have even we have voted for them. Ye gina we akata bem no na ya approval loan. Parliament, you know. At the end of the day, that particular loan, they have an order book in Parliament as a loan bar. They specifically have stated no more money, sir, is kind of do they use the monies for the specific projects that they have set on?
Sir, $200 million, yes, some can crown. According to sources, you know, about 32% of it call for consultancy.
That's why we are
32%.
And no,
call for consultancy and some administrative so no. Almost and also the bebe mubi. Enti ebe yes and next compensation so bebe mubi. Enti ebe yes and next kind de say dey no.
Ajakwabra. Nkrofo mo di so for the past after you Nsroma no. They have not helped this country in any way. Accra pa. Into a city like Accra, we cannot make sure say, at least ye be man cry ye fall father the bomb be cry this hatch motor forest ye be baso. So the flooding no with the next year you will see say we will come and sit here and talk about the same thing. Not propositions of Maya or Hano. It will still be the same thing. Nothing will be done. And we are asking them that we don't need your open gutters again. If you think that we are not changing, do underground tunnel. Now, who told you say America and other European countries no? Or when they didn't face these challenges of human attitude. They faced those challenges, but they found a way to solve the problem. And a him fan of America who wura kropa. Who wait me say ukoto gutter. I can assure you, say, America and other European countries, and Komugatas need open to say, yeah. They are human beings like us. We are not stupid, though. They also do the same thing. They will put refuse in it. They are humans. A human being, is not working. So we must understand, say, if attitudes are not being changed, then we must find solution to ensure, say, that attitude will change by itself. And yet, look, where I live in my area, in social sector, the whole area can. Why? Because obi aye your friend is saying cesspit tank no we connecting to the gutter into nsuo tope no omokobi person be akotwe no motriaka. These are the things. Yes, that is attitude, but that attitude can be changed by putting pragmatic measures in place to curb these things. I can assure you the nyina nkrofo no ma essay no ma to the extent say last commission kura insua concept document mo no I smell some elephant. You understand? So what we are saying is that to change our attitude is important. Say abanso ebesesa ne suban na onye ade ebema sa attitude na change na ohwehwe no ono so ne sabeka. Otherwise the flood will continue.
Kobrai. Yes sir. And son over ready way you know what daroma. Omompeni asemo kaye. Say yensisa yesuban no. Senya kwamboni so. Dabi. Yeah, me ba. I mean, me tell me name say ya be reference to the statement made by the president. Say yenti me before yensisa yesuban. And it's a legitimate concern. Say the president no e boy akoko. O ka kire yen say. Me manfo yi, me sremwara. Yesuban ye diti kromo ano yensisa. Baby otie no. Ene we yi na pamfo nyina edisisi form. Sebi wani mo ahwefo ni mo ontumi free Jubilee House wo emba form. That is why he has engaged and appointed MMDCs on the ground. What I say? That is why he has engaged all these people. But it is important that they no edi titim edi egu masum. That is why my brother the regional minister Adekye said we are MMDC now we are wadwuma here. He recommend Mampering to give you the sack because he wanted action. This will be a way be the physics toilets. Edia go go them. Assemble no one yaw. Why we sitting there? Muti remo hono nyina kankan na ebo no nyina no. Ya re na ba. Eni NDC, eni MPP, eni that all there. DPP. Ebechia obu nyina kwa. But you are sitting there. Obi be the toilet. Edia go go them. And amu nyina muhu. And obi aka. And attitude na ka no. Ebi no. Afen so kan bibi. You say still I can vouch. In our time, sika ye be, ejuma na wose fata bia say ye de yo no. Ye de yawo de. But the atwam no mo de dem na mentimi ni go. So that's it. The pass or you see what was it still.
Yes. Honorable said ye de sika 200 million wo de be ba obi ntwa no. Ye de sika $200 million e ba be ye bibi. Na ye de mu 32%. for consultancy.
That is unacceptable. It's totally unacceptable. Totally unacceptable.
And as I say, Emraya, yes, yeah, so no.
Yes, totally unacceptable.
And they go back to the old,
they cost it. Ministry never costed in and some of them funding no near the Akoye.
Okay.
But that 32% in terms of consultancy, and there was sort of
so honorable. Why would you disagree with me? Because these are the models that they use, the means that they use to get them to steal the money. Why would you send that money to a consultant? When the consultant, why you may say at the end of the day, who checks a back out into 4 million? You understand? These are the things we are talking about.
Okay, may that say, Peggy Mensah say a new way of developing Ghana and Africa is our common enemy, and the political parties, political that we establish on the debut. Okay, say, you be independent. On the on say you better abana party for nebebem. You for genuine, neutral people. Mukala Jonas, so I'm happy to hear my two great men on your show. That is the incoming national organizer of the MPP. And Asani Tano, they've spoken with sense. I implore all delegates to hear the message of Honorable Nee Kwate Tatus Glover and vote massively for him. I am a panel, Motomana Ebemide. Also, good morning. My name is Emmanuel Ejir. I'm 24. Oh, okay. And my name is and a happy birthday, my baby Awubiano. My happy birthday. Margaret Kwam. I say there shouldn't be open drainage in the country. When the MP come to Europe, do they see any open drainage? So why can't they learn from what they see here? They see, but when they get here, blind. Gershon Gabiano, also my name is Kwabla from Kaswa, Tomefa. The blame, as for the blame, we should give it to the assembly. That they come to my area and see what is happening. People are building on waterways. As I'm speaking now, I'm on my way to where? On my way to catch a mudfish. Sandra Owusu, I say, all this money for the drainage system end up in people's pockets. Oh God. So God will deal with them all. On nuclear science, say our leaders, all that the leaders know is power, but nothing else. They are always interested in election and power, money and fame. The MPP man, okay, or can't you say you must enforce the law of the land? That is all. And unite Nani at the bay. Nanama Usuya say good morning. The rough road opposite Transition Funeral Home is a waterlogged area. Yes, I was there somewhere last Friday. Me call Friday, no. Me who say we free 18. I say, okwa baby say washing baby wo bi na se fa say okora na about no. E ho de na na ma usuya eye no kure pa. Enti yipi any police for no. Se mo hwera mo yehu bibi pa yipi any one se mo hwera na mo yehu bibi pa. What the me de mani akoko hu last Friday me koko hu na me say enya dia eboa kra Game Boy GH so when are we going to wake up one day and hear that everything is going smoothly in this administration? Nana Kwame Opasco and son was a Jacob, happy birthday to you. Mami Ifua Butchi Ewusi of Crystal Heights International School. Okay, yeah, man, I would up. Peggy Mensah say I'm still campaigning for neutrality. Okay. What do you bro? Me kra me no ya adwene sa. Ye mpa nipa wo o man ho do a mo nim di o betumi aso mo man no. Ni nya say ye party ni party ni ba o mo dwen party ni ho more than ye yankasa. Okay. Yeah. Achimota Forest.
Okay.
The Minister for Lands and Natural Resources stress we share one of the newspapers I know per impo. The Daily Dispatch will say we are investigating claims that the late Sir John gifted portion of Achimota Forest Abu Jinapo. Some investigating papa. Omu nyeja omu kra ma lukure bi omu bia no ebeba Achimota Forest Land Broker Lands Ministry to investigate Sir John's well. Yeah, I don't know. I'm sorry.
Yakobra.
Yeah.
When didn't say ministers near appointees say I grow money too much.
Sir.
Who could investigate a will? A to court, and I said down court. I mean a legal material. When you investigate, now find it out. Say what is in it, no a true. What are you going to do?
Sure, but
are you trying to tell us, say, sir, document here about out now you will be no court baby can watch on the other one. Aja, you see, I blame the Gamanche and all the sub chiefs in Ghana. I blame the youth of Ghana. Say omoteho na omwasase. Tete centre nkrofo achasase na fa. If you through legitimate means na ebia wa betra nkra ha na baby e legitimate aye ton sase wakoto bia si wodan I have no problem. But areas bi mu a yenim se power na bi mu yusu e de je nkranfo asase from so na se bo betra hode a na nkran hene in fact I will say that I'm disappointed. The youth of Ghana must rise against this barbaric stealing and deliberate scavenging of lands in Accra. Aja, yeti ha yanka bi anhim. O mampanyin kofo abreso. Ena obeka kire yen say ye beba beye AU conference. E won kra ha. Nti asase yantam bi eda yem say ye frɛ wo say cantonment wo say himfa chi wo. Omo de be si adan. I'm a meeting on Bayer just for about 1 week. I'm a president because there was no hotel a year befitting enough for the various presidents who were coming. Aja, ye kanye omo murayen. Omo ko twa nkranfo asase kese. Ano mo disisi sada no. Ena me no kase ko bisa se sada no mo. Mo amudi na ewo. Omo Chrysler's cars ahuru isi kanke betumi abdia bomb man hombra no. They wasted it. Because they knew what they were doing to grab the lands. Aja, really abetodwe. In summer a woman na achimota for a first of all. O mampanyin kufuo ya na breso. And I say a so-called old family. Ebe petition say o mampanyin kufuo adwem power say o pese o dwiri e ho ni gu. Na all the state institutions ekwo ho no. Se sa no be no dia. And ye omo compensation because time omoji assassin ya more compensation. But documents show say ye ma omo compensation. Into omudi dimu you remember say we all spoke again this thing. Omudi dimu sa na omampanyin kofo afi ho. Mills Mahama administration buy and omo so sa owu family send petition to continue that particular issue. And omo review no downwards to 118 acres. Emma owu family no. And ye krata to some owu family no. Then that so-called old family sold that particular 118 acres that belongs to them to certain individuals and companies, right? And Rechi Yankambi Ashim, yet ha say there was another petitioner indicated say about 360 something acres which had 118 had been annexed to that old family. No? Another 240 something abekam. I'm an 360 something. And ye be an old family, no. Even though they were compensated in that in 1921, and upon based on so-called human compassion, this 118 more. Omusan e baye besign a petition the current administration so we want the old family to come out. Now more years now the so-called ecotourism is on hold. But you people have added more to that land amochafa. Ye beka ye mo se da enya nokre. Ye didn't dim ye bobo ana sa willy ebe piedwa. How dare Sir John from Ono to possess land in the reserved area of Accra, Achimota Forest? How dare him? Also, when I enjoy, as I say, I'm look, that particular will now back out. I am suggesting that if we have a government that is morally upright, every land that was acquired, every property of Sir John, from 2017 till date, should be seized by the state and auctioned.
I didn't think Castle be seized by the state and auction. So also a Yajuma, Lobia Jumana so to and Dapadia. Why?
Go and check his salary. Now Yembisa say, how was he able to acquire all these properties within 2017 or more Barbem? Don't forget. Say Barbem, it took a long time before Ansana or no baby. The people were contemplating. He wanted Port and Harbors, if you remember that issue, right? And they swerved him. Port and Harbor, and then they later on gave him a forestry commission. As a forestry commissioner, what is some Pia Bunting? In Crawford, what sees you more tracks a whole of so-called illegal lumber. Now, lumber no so a more munchen, or monso a monsa and can adiano, in Yanaso Ayira. So many comments were coming. I can assure you, Sanka Ora say John Tiase. And as I said, we Eliki, yes, Bia, Bibisa Chimota Forest, as a forestry commissioner, and can ma, you would have Pokra money, may yes, our press conference. You would have been the first person to come out to say there's no truth in it. Don't forget also, say UTV, I had an interview some time ago about the Ramsar site, was Crawford. He stated categorically, said there's no truth in anything going on like that. Now, Obi Biara Wako Trust, I say, within the period under consideration, no. Sansa sitting in a best season. Nothing so Obibia Watu was see that you be dreaming in a if you say John Lancaster. 2017, how did you make this so much money and open accounts outside the country? 2 accounts abroad. Investments are whole. You Momo buy must say Galam say you want to make it nice, said you buy decently. And when we were saying say there are evidence to show some moon paying for you more but more Musa Galam said to destroy our river bodies. Musa that and even though there were ample evidence. And now about he has stated about 2-3 in Crawford or no or gold business, right? And that gold business appears to be shrouded in secrecy. And for that matter, you see, sir, it is only the numbers of the people that he's dealing with that he could provide. Said they should be contacted just in case he died. Have you analyzed that portion very well? Now, a Danya who was see, say I buy where you answer those properties within the acquire from 20 because I know for sure. Say his hospital at Wono cannot provide that money to acquire all these properties in Accra.
Or you'll be a white or may match I on Rankas and Jumache. I am a who do be briache. She said, Obi Otisana to me and Jumani name how do be briache. Say, yet to me and differentiating between say Georgiska or no dear, Unesca or dear. At least
the matter under consideration is from 2017 to date. When we said people should declare their assets. Almost all money. You understand? So for any sensible society, any civil society, based on the time they came to power to the time he died, property away and can see a CZ, you must benchmark it with his salary. Say, the salary bet me we are. What are the other investments in this Cabreno? I bet me a man grab lands. How dare Charles also say Obenya a friend saying a friend saying Achimota Forest Reserve? How dare him? How dare they na Sir John Ponina Nana Danko Kufado himself. Sir John Ponina Dr. Baumiana Nigerian and Ma. Sir John Ponina Asante Bediatu. Sir John Ponina the Yofi Grant. Sir John Ponina of Amwakwanta. Sir John Ponina Bumpty. Sir John Ponina Gabi or Chedapo. These are a group of people who came for a state capture to destroy the unborn features' life. And we must stop them in their tracks.
Sir, what kind of Pimusa noa? Eye bibi na firi baby kakra bia ba se ebia of akwampaso na akwa asase na for now no yentumi nyanhwemu bia me yentumi hu se of akwampaso so of akwampaso nipa obo omudin nyina no bibi afiabote man enka se ebia semese na so benten obo omudin no we kan bi we ayese and even kra no ye wura esem aye kai kra no ono no sam na japade wonya de yemfa Chibota Forest de no for instance so of legitimate means na oditumi anyaye no see to me not until say you make we answer it to me fan as someone for Rubia.
There can be no legitimate means in acquiring an illegitimate property. It doesn't work that way. We are saying say Achimota's forest should be a reserve asset was.
The nature might make us say, Nipa ya bubo mudi nyina no. Yan yeti ye ni nyina so bia.
I'm not saying say they have properties there. I'm only saying say John Pony, not the people in the helm of affairs.
Who you so word be say state capture.
Yes.
So state capture now can one no. Mimi ni nyina so bia ho abetuma ka say nyina so we na wo me wo nti wo ka no e bia say and I say bia say net ye bibia no ebetuma.
Go read the Japadia document that has given birth to the Japan. The Japadia document that has given birth to the Japan.
But that's
go and read it.
Okay.
They debunked it.
Ye nyankan ye. Enti no, ye nyankan ye no. Na wo de apem na ka betwe wona sama me kakra bi e san say your platform so na ka say state capture no. Twe wasan ma me.
State capture ya temdidie.
Debbie.
You don't see the trend in capturing the state. You don't see it.
The American say yen UTV4 ye ni nyina so bi ebetu agida so de ka say they all come platform so no ye no kore.
That's my view, not UTV.
That's your view.
Yes, not UTV's view, because their modus operandi shows clearly that they came to capture the state. Because you cannot go to a friend say Volta region and go and share lands there. You cannot go to Achim land and go and share lands there. Or such form what you will not allow you. Or Tiko Kosonana will not allow you to come and share his land. Who will say? Or let's say about 2 or 3 shops at New Kajetia market. When the people who were already in the market say oh ya did you market nephew mo say no more but that you mun bino not no same paying for agege. Okay, you understand? So we must speak truth to power and stop these people in their trap.
Me da say ti yan UTV for say medical kan no ye ni nyina so bia e wo de okan ye no ho enti no yan ye ni mu bi ya twe ho afiri ho kora say state capture say hwan capture state say hwan yo yan de ye ni ho hwe ye ni ho asem bi aka enti PSA waba akwaba traffic chiro wo kwanso
nyagore mi hu se anya dia esida ntai nsisa
traffic mu se traffic na be mene wo pa mema etiefo ani ahwefo dibim dibim enti ayi we de ma men ko nua so
ni hu asem
be wi ana ma ba so na fe nsema hora bi ngene mama briti bi no tumi aka okay
abra
minia
material wakasa with passion na kasa no kaya no de say wotwen adwen e de call ensem bia na okeka obobodin obonyina na matro obo president din obo ninia bomti din bidi tu din gabi din Yofi Grandin, and the word state capture say when you are captured or manager Japadia, with all due respect, I know my brother so well. Evidence being by Bontini and Bechere say, Sabi. President, any in Yanuma wabo within Wama capture state property, and the Honomini Yao and Yadring.
I think that I have not said they have captured state. I'm saying that if Sir John has them say Sir John Pony, and not president himself, but Sir John Pony, because Sir John is not close to Nanado in terms of power.
Okay,
and that's what I mean.
And the Obachen is Sir John Pony, and Omunsu.
That is what I'm asking, and it is clear.
But you are a spokesperson.
These are people
you are on national television. You are communicating. Obi a teacher, Nintia Senube different. Says a job bonafe whether it's easy to say with them confuso on to my yes. That is my understanding. And the honor best say I say no show ye because no sebi and ye kasa na because say John Bonia and a wenum see let us almost on your that's what you are saying.
And the interpretation is wrong.
Well,
and
you was a man who quite I want to put it on record. Say Nanado Damko Kufado, His Excellency the President. Any new any MPP abayin yenton ana yemfa achimata for asase. Neither the president or any member of his government on a busia for akɔgye asase ne bi ɛwɔ Akyinmota 1921-1927 Gold Coast aban ɛfa under state of agency ɛde gye asase no for a purpose or the forest owo busia no ɛyɛ petition ɛde ba papa ho in 2007 ɔmo yɛ another one 2008 and the papa said ka papa na meka ex president Kufuor e kan say yem release about 90 acres asase no nyem fa more na we could not perfect it
193
and NDC for a buy NDC for buy so president Meza at time on so a petition is a kind a discussion with papa anya at the time and almost obey. But when you look at the district in Kranse say are you choked? When you look at the central business district of Accra, I am so choked. And they say, ye be at their more. I agree. Say, you see, the idea more 114. Is it 114, 116?
118.
118. And I cost about 300 plus. Not for any individual benefit. Explanation be manana. But to expand, to open up part of the central business because in Accra choked. Near fe juma ni bi kakra enfam bra ho to open up that place, but not for any individual benefit of every day. But the reserve, a forest, no, and that's what.
Yet to be your baby fufu be apart from Hono.
Assassin be what he name. What does here? Because forest now, yeah, bohum by no, and that's what young Kaye. But 116 or 118, you know, I did kakaka because they want to decongest the central business district. And the minister only said to me, so no be sorry, no what trek, say Moses and Amufanko. Because planning schemes that they are doing, you know, and McQuine at the local level to make sure they open up these places. So if upon recommendations from the assembly to the lands commission, then to the minister, you sure when you know we are, then the minister can write to make sure the rightful is done. Me the me who so be a assassin. Me enkrani, ye gi masase be ya.
Ana we aje.
What I say? I'm in Kennedy Sheffield.
What assassinate intact.
So I said the forest is still there. And Sadian and this for no spinning a guabotizo. Say, I go for the buying Abeji, Abeton Achimata forest. No. Timmy for me catch them on the bay. Ye don't Achimata forest. It has never been so.
One of the documents are buying in Ayaji Breniakin can be, you know. A year and this for the to one. I said documents are what a woman in
document being.
Say that walking say say assassin ne fa bia ye dan dia mobi no enye no asama na other people so kan
because of which narrative na fiase ba ye no owo busua no e kire ma president Kufuor say do baby o say assassin we di assassin bi e di mayen what I say and 2007 2008 from 1921 and in 1927 you see a pure compensation they can't even trace the receipt of the compensation in the busua no so ideally who say it legit say busiano yen twa asase ni mfa mawo uba mikrom watama after the acquisition in 1952 ye gi asase the makbo ene no wa e mu ana invuna application e de akwa man ho na ya ditini akasa e bo twa asase ni no de amawo and so owu family aye legitimate application e de akoma aban and Kufuor and Kufuor so aye say yen ti bi mfa mawo they could not perfect it and the NDC for buy NDC for buy no the moka ene no kure ye mo mfa mawo but when you look at the congestion in Accra you want to move people out.
No. We move people out. Oh, for they move people out to that area.
Now say, look,
I abandoning they move people from Accra.
I say buying them when two for they free or the other. And the whole family, Bunji way, and in the Akano, then we can open up the part of that land.
Enti omuche hona aban de sa de Akanoma their old for the animal movie. Na de Akano. Na say aban eba be expand ho as in what? Obesisi dan de amankofo be didwa ho ana so the offices ne be ko ho
no dun didwa ho
enti akade no be aban be ho
planning schemes no assembly never determine the kind of buildings they be ko but sabi we hwa Achimota area has some do for jom emfa ko sabi anya say enimtia me de hwe edwedifo na ade but you put up a scheme e be fit that area because it's a bourgeois area what you say sa area ho no sabi won't be got banking any brody e wo ho but who put these schemes e wo ho a wo the offices businesses e wo ho you to open up the area no what I say na sabi enye trading nyama ya totonto nyama nketekete
the original purpose of acquiring the land no
was for forest was for forest.
Say then as say more climate change abeya.
But as I said, the greater part of the land is still there. You have your cameras. Mungo Forestry Commission. The greater part of the land is there.
It's because nothing has started
yet. At the point in time, ground, and it's a bankrupt to do ecotourism. So that part of the forest is still there. Ento Ajimota Forest. Onton Ajimota Forest. But Kakrani ya creating no yadi bi ama owebusiano to open up the scheme yen develop hono. That is what has happened. Yes, ako fast. Now when you listen to some of the narrative
about
it's sad.
It's the second 240 something the
previous and then I may chiremo.
Yes.
Enemy I have say. The original acreage Kakrana dia kano they are developing a scheme na ehono ye bi hono ama send nkra aye so congestion ye bum na yiduma ni bi
so how does John get portions of that?
So I'm coming. It is sad. Sabi ye na say John cop na ni will obi e contest here e dia court na obi e wo court ho atwa o e dia ba bontering na ne ye super ye dey was say ye. I'm sad. I'm very, very, very sad. But yeah, Mami can be being true. Sir John, the mate, ending, are you go to former Attorney General? The mate, any Papa Usankuma. The mate, any one of the Supreme Court, Buffalo Money. They are mates at the law school. And you better catch him and say, Sir John, I'm more brother. I'm coming. Are we saying that my former General Secretary did not had any good life? And the church of Bible, you see one bob and your boss said, "What status of from there be one bobra, or Bobran, son of a General Secretary. He was a lawyer of high repute. Why did you bobra? And it's any property about na sebi. Asema bahu any yeka ewo court. No be a cha. Edi abetu. A friend say a bontering and no be a supernova. I have a problem. But their ministry ne kano.
Okay.
I'm happy because sorry now you're discussing. The ministry said, "Oh, be konkwanya e faswa okoji Achimota Forest."
Enti na bi no ka say.
Enti dia ya we ka say obi will. Oye den na uko ka wasem. Se kwa faso sebe. Na nya kwa papa so no fire. The ministry has the right to reclaim it back.
The tia e bia bi so be say asase no ye de ama owu abusua. And at the account so aban say woje na o de decongest Accra. What then say e bi because individual bia on your own family no sa onye aban no e ko kan nsa.
Yeah, baby amiti any dia wo kai die. I have no evidence and facts to it. Ya mi menya no na ehu na me gina so a me di kase. But so be individual afem out of the 300 and BB, you know, and an individual and then we need to. That is why the investigation should not be only Sir John dear.
Okay.
Yeah,
it's a question.
Out.
And Tina say, "Who be some way?"
Investigation, Mr. Minister Abujina Pose should not be limited to Sir John. Sadly, it should go beyond Sir John. Na yanya dia no senia obi abetiase. If indeed we want to decongest the city center, the central businesses of Accra, you open up our hall, na bibia anyone. Then we should make sure what we are saying is the right thing we are doing. Okay, but you check the individual, no got no discourage no one. Any
PSA. And then the umere no so bending yanko ne yakan su yiri no ho asem na yade we so be count.
On kan nyina mbom.
Can I be any boom?
Medase. My main chance if we be a menu no. What do one to see? Achimota Forest and Koma Yedi. Na Edikan no maminchi a mempenfo na minchi ahwefo. Na mentwa adwen sisu se Achimota Forest da enuanom yi Edikan kan history say 50 be na otwa muni. Ye di san komo na nti obi a onim ne ahyase no wanya na ahyase say aban acquire plot of lands and infant land ewo sa enclave so opese ode ye Achimota school enu echi no oje bi kan ho at the year forest. Na adwin away chi ne se betimi adua nnua betimi de aye oja. Betimi abo school no wo nnua nuam no won nuam opese oye. E chiri ne ye de be ye forest reserve. Na nkomo no ne ko fare ba nyina ne se aban o wosi etua na bi na sa na montu no ehwem se eya asefem amanfo bi sansem bebre yenya answers to it titru pa ye sa reclassification of Achimota forest we just when asakrata no wo anka obo ame aban ehye kete say Achimota forest no ceases to be a forest and a forest reserve
that portion no
portion no it is a reserve na it ceases to be a reserve reserve is aban no eyi ni self so say on fan yes a reserve ni bi anamwa entinia opeso de ye no o me yehu e eno na me nia title show say aban adwen ne say opeso de ho ye central business district
to decongest the central business district.
Is it in that document?
I have a system for the ministry.
Oh, sa nkomo no eya nkomo a president Kufu abreso president Kufu nya adwen say anko de ho no be ye sa central business district no na aboa say bia mokola no ne ade na amanfo dodo ekoho no eso atew sa bre no NDC in opposition to one among and the Ghana for dodo say yare in princess of do nsa beka sa forest because a several purpose bia eboa nkran nyina eboa ma briefing in Accra easy wonga science in relation to animal no because here nipa home a ukokwa ma wo home a wo mre o wo sare so a home yedin because bia bia ni ho a ebeboa wo home brimu nti ayade a eboa na a several a particular purpose nti enya forest no ho eni sa wo den krata na wo de to so say aban akwa say wo de be sa di no what's the sana esesa me hu adwen awe chi because nei na afterthought na muka so aban person o de koye sa central exactly enya no kware sa because nchi shine fi president Kufu abreso e be do president Mills abreso as a sign ne man is a sign ne say e ka dodo an wo person o de ma abusua no ankoye say be meso tewe ne aka no no person o de ye eco edimera mo different tourism site inti woko Kenya obehu bi wo ho woko other Central African countries ni bia a obehu se muamua na mo ha ko safari drive no mo ne ade wo ho bibisa na NDC abanya adwen se yenye eno so yetu ho na mo nkopem se wonyo bi mpa consultant no mo ne ade wo tu ho na mo nyina bebre eyi na ne esese wode ma abusua no wode ama on awie inti mo ne hin bio request ben bio na ba esa ba me ehu ebia all family answer pa so ne amode man na nso yen nti mo nsa ma yen bi nka ho ye nya nkrata bia to that effect ne mom ne aye hu ni say aban panyemfo because ne abedadi through Sir John will anane last testament to the abeto abonten no e kire say niema bebre abanka no enya nokware wonga de nsase no wonga twa ne say ne wo say kan ne kusu ne ezu ya samra kiso okay wo twitwa man na obi a je wo de kofro wa de je wo de sa na ban ayani na enya me wonwa obeka president Kufu abreso international student hostel when president Mills baya obe jefi ankrabi minsem edc minister of foreign affairs Kumasi reach what is ankomo no MPP aban ba omenwa kwana wo fa so from aban japade no ena na menua Kwamra King aya na broso dodo obenya mra bi no de atuba bi no nga manipulate no nga gina sambra no so no nga fa aban nsase enya ne ada ya to abawi 2008 bi kai pa so far a friend then national service secretariat akosi gold house da what to abayi Adekye no okwa bulldozers a ejuru aban estate sigu because of Accra redevelopment policy bi as a program ya odebai to the sense go do bi kra na CDS residents kurampo na ban return obekai say owura oguja to abraka honorable na honorable Omanebo ama the late Jacob Lamte Echo Court was Sasibia at that prime area one grant. In the name of Sir Accra development project was a program no Echo Kodi and Crankrabism. Now in Sasino ye will be man Bruciana because abang ayeteti abango and when so even here say yemfa into her na bua dachi new maybe a person ye now new year President Kufaru so person see cathedral dan ne si yenya baby nsinti no person esi wo baby osusu say eye convenient ma ne programmer anana da so wo no yakodru adan bebre agu ye drew adan bebre agu na serve a particular purpose and on an house high court judges or supreme court judges I think so well nti assassin yenya ma ne mo so na nia me ya wo mu ni say e kamia ye say ye mo binum a ye ntenkran asase so ye mfinkran ye monkran abusua si enya position na the way ye handle nkran asase no of akwa braso
pity
say yes to be sorry na ye pe bibi ebetuma ye de aboa we enya nyi capital ni mfinkran ye e da so ase e won kran nti be wi atire no asase de be bibi ama oman ni nyina nya ho mfa so no anhwa ye renya bi ni ameka enya keke wo hwe sa ramsia site serve purpose e wo sakomo no eno so ayade a wo chema abang mu pen
what che what kas what che
according to Sir John last testament won a won atwitwa aton won atwitwa ma won ho
aviation lands
won nti yamrisu ye yesade a nchirima wo ba wo be yeden
okay
nchirima won amka japade wo dwen daache because wo ye eja nti wo dwen mo ma ah
yes
na japa wo di nchirima japade de na wo ye jabone
risky
japa wo
na
di
e dey na ben ye che say
that's the point. That's the question.
Omodi
President Kufuor one reclassify forest reserve. President Mills Abreso one reclassify forest reserve. President Mills anye President Kufuor do aye.
And the lands were shared before this declassification or whatever.
What is it? It's reclassification be kan ho and say fair the abanse me mfa nye saadi biom. Uje say all the be saadi. Unya mfa nye bi odi a. Mane kwa busia ne nsan. Enti ni nyina na kwa busia check. Nia one President Kufuor adwen a wo fai. Nia President Mills adwen a wo fai. Nia wo release ma wo no. Nia akoi eso chensa. Na ye ko so chensa no. Ni nchire mu mbae. Wo so ye nton ye. Wo nton ye den. Enti won ton ye no yi sa aban 2 minutes so ana nti e pese ye ja asase na de be ye no wo ye fi ho with what purpose think na we say
yes se bi sapa na mo no be the message be was here Jacobina Margasu honorable Titus ni Glover na all state all testaments or wills may be subjected to court action and forensic investigation based on circumstances of trials and fraudulent acquisition, that is by duress, coercion, unconscious acts, etc. And yet the focus should not be only on Sir John's last statement. All past and present handling of state lands by public officials at all levels, roles and complicity of private sector actors must be subjected to an independent inquiry. In fact, the Lands Commission must publish the full list exposing all, I repeat, all persons owning properties in the Achimota Forest Reserve lands area. I know and can take you round the properties of top NDC officials and party bigwigs who have property within what is largely known as Achimota Forest Reserve area. Oh la la, bobo. There is no need to redevelop it. Let us preserve the Achimota Forest land. Now we Obatampa Frances Eurabina Isim and a day we buy. Now anope ye kasaya
Ghana cylinder.
Yes, Ghana cylinder or de buy. Jumedi Kosuyano, a gamanche ni te kuchuro tosumienu, atumen krebi na me hwehwemu na ye hu de ye beye e de afa ho ye pa
Nemre no crowd also je member about mam kasai
nya oh dem say nya hwe
nti ma no esia na
ene anope ya mane boy saka che say owu abusua no owu family no on be yes adrofo nhemu na anope ya
We want their 2 letters of request.
na ye nhwe
The letters of mutual battle.
yes yenti nhwe eno asem na ye beka enti ene gamanche nso to me nkra bi na nkra ne nyanka me nsa wie ka me nsa wie ansa na dwuma de beko na wie ya mama mo atumi ahuni nyine enti gamanche wada roma ma me nsa nka nkra ne ntam na fe ye hu okwan de beka so enti ma oni nsi na ye nhwe ne ye nsore ye bra ne ya bia ne sa
am say meratia ni am pese me kan ni say ye riama politicians kwan a yefa so tu yanga na mo no ye riama anka ni dia what the bata also honorable asemesi no ye ya toto na se so be wa benma hwe la jesa or enjoy all at the expense of the taxpayer to the sense that coupon o de koje fuela wo misa baby onye fi na so do wan 2 gallons of ngabu egum enti then measures and ye dey atwo se betimi a check and as ye betimi a say aban sesika say necessary kwabonten e give it back ya ka waste in the system a e mu nyina ka ho bi hwe niema sebi wo be ya aban nipani at certain position wo enjoy to the sense say wan hwe wo sika kra salary wo die no wo fa wo sakra nka meanwhile obi na mabonten no be ye ko beto kokwa no pedi mpo ya asem foforo eti ya hwe se mra bi wo ha ye betimi ahye ni ye betimi aka say aban nipa biara wo sika edi ma woni etu okay we ato fuel to your light bill, to your utility, and now say we rent and you make my favor, fine. Whatever a year benefits be a cambiano, and now say privilege be a cambiano, you withdraw because you are abusing a dodo. You are abusing my natural to the sense and net. And when you are any one, say po.
Yeah, but I said, a Lands Commission, Mr. Abujina for the buy statement or the buyer, no, I just say, assassin. On just if you look at my crutches, say, Sir Achimota Forest assassin, and a Russia site, no, the meaning and Shumbia, our my year, a chassis gauge, I say. Unya japadi bi ate saa
well na nya correct
eno ti ena ye beka ne agye fe eno ti ne ye beka ne bi
ona kasa admit say saa asem no we contest wo court saa will no contest wo court so there's a will ana me bo there is a will say do na busuafo na ye bo ye ti wo dim no we report ho man so enti no enya no kware no will na eden na saa ne man ko shim
okay
Ajakoba me I still insist and campaign for sorry they should not allow yente ha ena you do not have e court the idea could the evidence oja ni kru na property say no wo time yes ebedi asem no he was forced to go and retract what she has put
what can say she was forced, right? Do you have any evidence to back that?
Look, the people in Ghana, look, many fishes I have benefited from briefing the Achimota forest. It is for the benefit of society, not individuals. There's nothing like decongesting anything.
Okay.
It is beer or no.
Just a minute.
Just a minute. 1 minute. Honorable 1 minute. Time.
I feel touched by the statement by Yao. Coming. Because you're the table 2 near Ton Dachi and Fanny Echo. What is our future? So I'm in full support with the call by Yao. Osu and Sheikh Ganto Additional Councillor say they're autonomous. Unfortunately, they don't have a chief now.
Whichever jurisdiction.
But government chair must support the Ogu family to make sure what they are due and what they are deserved, they are given to it.
Okay.
Final one. On the flood in Kosono, any dear Asensube Kayano, I say, Bibe Duno and Yakasabio. It is action. Yeah. As at 2017 was 2018, you see Gamma, BBC can be $200 million. And that's what it's showing here.
Yes.
And on now Saturday or call rounds and also they must move from the mere talking and go to action and solve the problem of the flooding that is happening in Accra.
Medasi, Kachiri.
Medasi. I'm saying Namekano to Nana, honorable. And you prefer your in politics, and a partisan bill. Yet, Afibia is. Yes, say yeah. Quite be fast so I bet me a link. So I call it lagoon no. And your Hong Kong, say lowland areas. They be a flood. Say here say be storm drains are. Yet me President Mel's Rollins Abreso. Madina. Baby ho. Where ye be two storm drain underground. And a several very huge purpose. Because Sahonem flooded you. Ye bet me a ye baby. Ye nyai kasano. Kasane doso. Bro na bro attach ya. ministry
hɔ
ahaya na namete
miami MP
okay ana be ka ten say wo ba be ye villaggio size buildings like wo friend Nima ahaya na mete me da say villaggio type of building e wo Nima okay ahaya na mo na mo be na say onya ni
Nima
Nemo. Ahaya na mete dana emse chicken na
okay
host.
Okay.
Ode too me dan na so onya ne here because ya ne nyina ye pene ne.
Na wa nya nya. Nya nya.
E
bia ombe ye me da say
from the presidency to whoever.
Me da say Bernard enim piesie this communication team member and ofi be portion e ba na traffic nti ontuma me do ante me da say na fe honorable Daniel ni kwate Tatos Glover onso meda ase papa na yaw asanita no onso anope meda wo ase wa wo hwe me nso meda wo ase producing team ni nyina nso meda mo nyina ase se da medi kankan no o family no press statement ne de ya mo ye press conference ne de ya sanso na according to sources no the Ga Traditional Council nso ebe ye bibisa ene de ya ntino UTV ebe di achi ebe sibia no ye de ho nsam ebe bra mo midin e de eja kwabra nya kopon ye ho ayadoma wo kira no pa Adekye Nsroma besan aba yakram